What is burn-in and is it real? Well, today I'm going to answer that. Burn-in, in terms of audio, is like breaking in a new pair of shoes. Here's a speaker, for example. You can see it moving up and down, and as it moves, the surround flexes. Now, at the uppermost and leastmost extremes of this flex, it will stretch. Now, over time, this will allow the surround to get more and more malleable. This is why headphones with dynamic drivers that have been used for years are slightly easier to use and slightly easier to power than, say, another headphone of the same model that's brand new. So there's no question as to whether or not burn-in is real, but the question is more or less if it is audible and if it actually makes a difference we can tell. And the answer to that is yes, but not in every case. You see, every headphone is made differently, and so are most drivers. Because of this, small changes in flexibility may not actually affect the sound with some cans. But to test this the best of my ability, I picked a can that is notorious for the manufacturer stating that it needs 150 hours of burn-in use before you judge the sound. And this is the AudioQuest Nighthawk and/or the Nighthawk Carbon, which share the same driver and enclosure. I did 15 measurements per side on these headphones when they were fresh out of the box. I did these with brand new pads, and during their break-in period, I used one set of pads while letting the other set of pads be completely untouched. Now, since these are rated for 150 hours of burn-in, I decided to go the full stretch and go on and do 200 hours of burn-in. And after that, this is what I got. Now, in this graph, the purple line is pre-burn-in and the blue line is post-burn-in. In some areas, this is only a 1 to 2 decibel change. In other areas, it goes up to as much as 10 decibels. Now, while the overall shape of the graph may not be drastically different, there is enough of a change on the low and high end for it to be both audible and measurable. Now, did it take the Nighthawks, which I personally don't like very much, and make them suddenly good? No, it did improve them in some areas, but I'm still not a big fan of them. So, in more cases than not, I'm going to say that burn-in, while is definitely a reality, is not going to make massive enough changes to where if you hate something, you'll probably start loving it. But instead, I think it's more of a long-term, minute improvement. And if you really need the extra 10% out of your headphones you're not getting out of the box, this may in fact help. But overall, I would take the advice of people who have had similar set of headphones and see what their burn-in experience was like. I know this was a short one, guys, but I greatly appreciate you checking it out. If there's anything else you want to know about this subject, please leave a comment down below. Or if there's anything else audio related that you want me to look into, let me know. And if you want early access to my reviews, you can do so on the Patreon. That's where this video is going to be first. But until the next one, guys, peace.